Hey everyone, Happy New Year, and welcome to another project that has exploded in scope. So, where do I even begin on this? So, all right. So, I'll start with my priority for the house right now is to get the kitchen done. So, why am I doing all this work in the basement? So, I need to run the electrical first for the kitchen before I can really proceed. And before I can run the electrical to the kitchen, really, I need to establish the final layout of the bathroom down in the basement because I need to mount the panel box permanently. Right now, it is just kind of floating in air, and that needs to be mounted to the wall in the final position. So I could run the wires long. I have options, but I'd like to just get the wall, the layout established, and then do it once, get it done. So in order to establish the layout for the bathroom, I need to establish the layout for the doorways here in the hallway. And originally, this doorway was smaller, and it was padded out with a bunch of 2x4s, and pretty much every door in this basement had a 30-inch door. And I want to put at least a 32-inch door, if not a 36-inch door. From what I can tell, all the openings can technically support a 36-inch door opening, but that's taking it right to the edges. So I think a 32-inch door is a good compromise and a good modern size for a door. 30 inches is too small. You don't want to have to be carrying furniture through a 30-inch door. Even if you take the door off its hinges, it's a pain. So we're going for at least 32-inch door openings. So it's something around a 34-inch rough opening. So what happened is when I started peeling back all the layers of built up 2x4s, I found they did this side weird. They had a 2x4 coming out normally, and then they had two stacked sideways. And that screwed up the layout from left to right. So I started pulling that out, and I was like, well, if I'm pulling that out, then all this stuff at the top is in the way. So I'm like, well, if I'm pulling that out, I might as well just rip out all of the drywall in this hallway area. So I did that, and then I just uncovered a disaster of framing. So again, I already started pulling some of this out. I didn't start a video because I didn't think it was going to explode into this. But again, just after what I pulled out, I'm left with stuff like this where they notched, or it looks like the frame was smaller and then they extended it, so they put some filler pieces in over here. This one, it wasn't even like resting on the 2x4s on the jack studs. That didn't even exist, and this is just ridiculous here. It's 2x4s that go all the way to the ground. They just stop. They got this piece tacked in here. This isn't even touching the beam here. They got it padded out with all sorts of scraps. It's crooked. And at the bottom, it's barely even attached to anything. So, we're ripping all this out. So, yeah, and we're going to do it right. So then, like I said, once I get this done, I can establish the doorways, get them nice and straight, so I can line up the bathtub with those doorways and then come up with a final layout for the bathroom so I can do the electrical, so I can do the kitchen. So it's a big Jenga puzzle here. So I don't know, do you guys want to watch me rip out more work? Yeah, sure, why not? I'll let you watch. So this is gonna wreck the drywall in here, so I gotta yeah, might as well. Cut out that top piece too. I don't think there's much holding it in anyway. Unlike all the other framing here, it seems they actually put nails in these pieces. problem with pulling that out was there's a 2x4 going this way, 2x4 going this way behind it. The one behind it was nailed into that, but this wasn't nailed this way into this 2x4. So this 2x4 is helping to hold the drywall. So I didn't want to too aggressive with pulling it out. Okay. Actually, in theory, I can leave that one. Alright, so let's see. That's nice and lined up. While we're here, on second thought, we're pulling that out because it's not even lined up. See how we are on level on that. Pretty much perfect. It's right where it's supposed to be. All right, so we've established a good edge. Okay. Yep. One nail at the bottom. Basically making that doorway frame, just holding together with one nail. Toenail, matter of fact, yeah, and there's nothing holding that together. Believe it or not, there's not a single bit of damage on the other side of that. Ow. Not a single drywall nail on the other side of that. Literally that whole panel, the only nail in it was that center one. for the price of one. All right. Tape measure. So that leaves us with a 37.5-inch opening at the maximum. So this isn't a load-bearing wall. So what I think I'm going to do put a header from under here and across. I'll put a jack stud here. There'll be jack studs here. And if anyone ever wants to put in a 36-inch door, maybe I should cut this one back. Even though it's not load bearing. So it'll be fine. Yeah, if I really wanted to do it right, I'd notch this out and take this piece out and make this a king stud. Or no, make this a jack stud. But I don't think that's going to be necessary. Well, I think that'll do it for now. I'm going to do some cleanup and more prep work and do some more work as needed. So thanks for watching, everyone.